this is the problem with all incentive systems. Incentive systems are simply bunk. There's another great book called Punished by Rewards by Alfie Cohen that outlines all the scientific research on why incentive systems don't work. And the key reason is that they push out the intrinsic motivation that someone might have to do good work. And they replace it with extrinsic motivation, which is simply, I'm going to sort of just optimize this thing I'm being told to optimize for.
Right.
In programming and in software development, people have tried for a long time. I mean, all the way back in the 80s, we could count lines of code. If we count lines of code, we'll find the most productive programmer, right? I think it was even Bill Gates who said something about if you were giving sort of bonuses for lines of code, it's like declaring the heaviest airplane to be a success. That's just not how these things are measured. The best program is not the biggest program. The most productive programmer is not the programmer who writes the most lines of code.
Yeah. And when you get to scale and a bunch of MBAs come into the business and try to quantify it, and now you've got people thinking in this sort of metacognition about the business, and they try to make it into a system, right? And it's like trying to make, you would never do that with music, right? Or if you did, you'd create a boy band where you'd be like, okay, well, we've just manufactured, Boys to Men or whatever we think people want, but it wouldn't stand the test of the times like Bob Dylan does, or, whichever artist actually wrote something soulfully.